Hang on, it's comedy time. A hilarious mix of short, fast, funny featuring today's hottest comics. Get ready, because time flies when you're having fun.
Hey, we really appreciate you tuning in to Comedy Time TV, because it is so much funnier than our competitor, Melodrama TV. It's just, they're so blah over there. Not even a fun place to be.
I'm from Nebraska, and I moved to LA, and there's things that are a little bit different between the two places. For one, LA actually has homeless people in it. Yeah, no matter how many voices are in your head, you're never like, none of them are ever like, let's be homeless in Nebraska. Like, that never happens. But here's one thing that I realized recently. Homeless people love to wear camouflage. They love it. Which is great, because I pretend like I can't see them, so it works. If you're walking around and someone catches your eye, and be like, no, Magic Bush, I will not give you $1. You're gonna spend it on cheap fertilizer. A year ago, I went to my doctor, and he told me I was fat. Like, literally like that, like, in the way someone who hates you and wants to break up with you tells you you're fat, like that, like. And I was like, I've been lifting a lot of weights. And he said to me, it can't all be muscle. And so I started working out. But I'm a very busy person, and I want to like make sure my mind is sharp and my body is sharp at the same time. So number one, Muscle Milk, Smart Water, drinking those, done. The other thing I'm doing is I've loaded Spanish language tapes onto my iPod, and I repeat Spanish phrases while I'm jogging. So I'm just running around my neighborhood, and I'm like, ¿Dónde está la escuela? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And now all of the Latino people in my neighborhood look at me weird. And I think it's because they think I'm some sort of idiot who cannot find the ocean. Like, that's... Don't make eye contact with him. He doesn't even know where the school is. Like, he's been looking for it for months. I'm a little worried because the next chapter is learning how to ask about people. And like, I might get some ruffians overhearing me, and one of them coming up and going like, why are you always asking about Juan and if he likes pizza and if he's tall? I recently saw the movie 2012 on DVD. I rented it. And I hated it so much. I hated the movie 2012. It was terrible. And number one, here's a few things about it that I hated. Number one, it's based on a Mayan prophecy. The number of Hispanic actors in that movie, 0. I have a headshot, Hollywood. I'll write the dialogue for the movie. 2012, no es bueno. Done. Put me in the movie. The other thing I hated about this movie was that throughout the whole movie, the apocalypse is supposedly happening, and the apocalypse is everything just behind John Cusack falling down. That's what the apocalypse, that's how it works. And the whole movie, he's just running, trying to save his family. And while he's running, things behind him are falling. And then he gets in a car, and things just behind him are falling. And I'm like, John Cusack, stop running! You're destroying the world! Just put your kids a little in front of you! Problem solved.
Hi there, I'm Aarona and you're watching Comedy Time, which means you made the right choice. How does it feel to be right all the time? Must be hard. We'll check out the next comic anyway.
Thank you so much. I'm on Twitter. I'm 30 years old. Why am I on Twitter? There is no reason a 30-year-old man needs to be on Twitter. I have nothing to say about Justin Bieber. I shouldn't be on Twitter. And Twitter doesn't sound like technology. It sounds like an old-timey small-town disease. You hear about Bob? No, what happened? Oh, he's got the Twitter. It's pretty bad, too. He tweets all night long. Everybody's on Facebook, I get it. What I think is fun about Facebook is sometimes people will put up a celebrity picture because they think they look like them. Oh, really? People are way, way, way too generous with the celebrities they're picking for themselves. No, you don't look like Megan Fox. But you do look like Michael J. Fox, so you can put his picture up there. How about that?
Hey, this is Sunah Bilsted for Comedy Time. This next comedian is incredibly funny, so maybe put on some pants and show some respect. Would ya?
A lot of ladies in the house. Ladies, how you doing? Good? Like it, I like it, I like it. Let me ask you something real quick, ladies. When you get in a relationship with your man, do you purposely set out to try to change him? Is that something that you do on purpose? I see a couple no's. Liars! You all are liars and you know you do it. Sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it, but you do it. Fellas, this is how it works. Ladies try to change you. They'll approach their relationship a lot like it's marlin fishing, okay? They're very sneaky about this. And if you ever watch marlin fishing, you just don't start reeling it in. You can't start reeling in your catch. Something bad's gonna happen. Line's gonna break. Lady's gonna lose your catch. And they know this. So this is what they do. They're very sneaky with it, with their words. They say things like, well, the most important thing to me in a relationship is independence. Two people have to be complete individuals if they're gonna make the relationship whole. And what time are you coming home tonight? And if you're happy, then I'm happy. I just want your happiness will make my happiness. And do you have to drink that again? And I'm a strong, independent, secure woman. I'm strong, I'm independent, and I'm secure. And I'm not feeling cherished. And on it goes, reeling us in. And guys, we're so stupid, we don't realize we're being reeled in. We think we're swimming free in the ocean, free to do as we please. Next thing we know, we're hauled in their boat, clubbed on the head, mounted on the wall like some kind of freaking trophy, all shiny and polished and dead on the inside. So she can brag to her friends at parties. Yep, he was a fighter. That was 4 years it took to reel that one in, 4 years. It's not cool. I don't get these people, these doomsdayers. They're so obsessed with the end of the world, and predicting the exact day, December 21st, 2012. Are these people really so self-righteous that the last thing they want to hear before the apocalypse is, good call, bro. Yeah. Apocalypse, you nailed it, bro. Nailed it. Did I tell you you're good? Because you are good. Who do you like in the Super Bowl? Oh, that's right, it doesn't matter because we're all die. We're all gonna die. But they're persistent though, right? You guys notice that the people that are running around talking about December 21st, 2012, these are the same people that were yelling about Y2K 10 years ago. Do you notice that? It's the exact same people. And I look at that and I'm thinking, wow, man, like how dumb do you gotta be to think that 10 years is enough time passed for people to forget just how dumb you were 10 years ago? That's a special kind of stupid. That's a world-class stupid right there. You kind of have to appreciate it. But of course they say it's different. Why is it different? Why is it different, everyone? The Mayans, that's right, the Mayans, absolutely. It's because the Mayans predicted it. Oh, well, of course, the Mayans predicted it. Well, it makes sense now. It makes about as much sense as an episode of Thayer is what that makes. Check this out, people. The Mayans have been extinct for almost 2,000 years. We need to consider the real possibility that these Mayans didn't know what the hell they were talking about, okay? Spending all their time worrying about things like solar flares and gamma ray bursts. Meanwhile, none of these Mayans thought they had the foresight to see that it's probably not such a good idea to poop in the drinking water. Seriously? What's the hieroglyph for dysentery? You figure that out and you solve your Mayan mystery. That's absolutely. Of course, it's different, right? Why is it different? It's different because the Mayans just didn't know about it. How'd they know about it? Aliens told the Mayans. Of course, it was the aliens, right? Let's just pretend that's true for a second. What a bunch of show-offs these aliens must have been, right? I mean, they could have taught the Mayans anything. And the first thing on the lesson plan was advanced astrophysics with the emphasis on cosmology and intergalactic alignment. I'm no teacher, but I thought plumbing might have been a better place to start. I don't know, maybe they wanted to. Maybe they wanted to, but you know, it was the Mayans, right? We're talking about ancient humans here. We were like 5 generations away from monkeys at that point. Imagine being like a super race and coming down and meeting the Mayans. The Mayans, talk about your culture shocks, right? I mean, what was that like? It was like, oh, I can't wait to teach these humans all about the secrets of the universe, and oh my God, are they eating that man's right there? General Zork, we got a problem down here. They're sacrificing one another. I thought you said these humans were intelligent. I don't know. What am I supposed to teach them? Give them a calendar and we'll get the hell out of here.
Hey, you should know, yeah, I'm bald, but I'm not tough. Okay, if I was a karate instructor, the first lesson I teach my students is to run, because fighting hurts. Well, this next comic is gonna hit you with a bunch of jokes, so I hope you're ready to laugh. Here we go.
Thanks for coming, appreciate it. Laughter is good for you. I just want to say I did a college, Cal University Northridge. They did a study that laughter does a lot of healing things for you. Cures pain, makes you younger. I had a guy, 96-year-old, laughed so much he left as a fetus. So I'm not saying facelifts are expensive, laughter is cheaper. That's all I want to say. This guy here reminds me of my bank account. It's just hanging by a thread, just ready to, we don't all make the money. That's what I'm saying to you people. I always wanted to do a show with a bunch of Siamese twins so I could come out and say, hey, where's all my single people at? Delayed reaction. Is this a ADD crowd? I don't know. I will say it's not in my nature to be up here. I had a therapist a while back. I found out I'm an isolator, and I needed to do this to get out of myself. In fact, I used to go to Isolators Anonymous meetings, and nobody would ever show up. Except one pretty girl once came in. I said, hey, are you here for the Isolators Anonymous meeting? She said, yes. Now, would you mind leaving and giving me some privacy? I invited her here tonight. She didn't come, by the way. So we could all be friends, right? Comedy's not easy. I don't know if anyone's ever wanted to try it, but sometimes you get hecklers. I mean, you're really cool, but I was in New York 2 weeks ago. 15 seconds on stage, I get heckled. A guy goes, you stink, and your mother is a nagging witch. I said, Dad. No more Jell-O shooters for you, okay, my friend? And my dad's kind of thrifty. Like, I went back, it was my birthday, he got me a cologne, and the name brand was for display only. I'm wearing it right now. Dad's old, though. He's got a little bit of Alzheimer's and schizophrenia, so he forgets who he thinks he is. And now he's moved he's moved from New York to Pennsylvania, up near Lancaster, and there's a place I passed on the highway that confused me. It said the Amish Petting Zoo. I'm like, who the hell would want to pet the Amish? What ungodly things goes on in this petting zoo? My name is Levi. Welcome to the Amish Petting Zoo. Here's my son Amos. Pet him on the head. He likes it right there. Oh, if you get him in the right spot, you get his leg a kicking. Oh, and don't leave without buying our special video. Amish Gone Wild. Oh, we're bad boys here. We're out of control. We're seen using electricity and wearing bright colors. Make the Mormons look like punks. And those are the Irish Amish, by the way. I never really heard the Amish.
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this next Comedy Time clip is brought to you by Boeh.
I love the 99-cent store. It's great. I got a watermelon there the other day. It's the size of an apple. The apples are the size of grapes. They don't have grapes, they got a few raisins here and there. Oh man, they got a lot of shampoo. They got a whole aisle. I got one that was similar to Head and Shoulders, same shape, same size, turned out to be Head and Elbows. They don't get the name brands. I got a moisturizer for a girlfriend. It was similar to Oil of Olay, turned out to be Oil of Jose. Oh man. I have a Mexican friend, came here recently, and I asked him if there were any Jews in Mexico, and he goes, oh yeah, you got the apple juice, coconut juice, strawberry juice, all kind of juice. Thank you. Oh man. Oh man. I was at the Home Depot recently. I got an axe, gloves, duct tape, and some rope. Turned out to be a bad time to ask the cashier what she was doing later. It's tough being single. I always go for a Beyonce type woman. After a couple beers, I'm happy to have B. Arthur. I go for Salma Hayek. I usually wind up with salmonella. Nowadays, you got women my age dating much younger guys. They call them cougars. I don't get the cougars, I get the leopards. Those are the cougars with age spots. Oh. That's my luck. Thank you. I always wanted to date a woman named Edith, so I could have my cake and Edith too. Oh. I dated a geology major for a while, and she was really down to earth. I really dug her. She liked to get stoned. It wasn't her fault. She lived in Boulder, Colorado. Her favorite drink was a mudslide. Her farts were off the Richter scale. Thank you. Oh man. I've been working out a little bit, going to the gym just about every day. Too bad the gym I'm talking about is my friend with the comfortable couch. I can't afford a gym membership. I go to the sporting goods store and I work out on their equipment for about an hour. Then when I'm done, I put their sweats back on the rack. Yes, keeps them busy. Oh man. I had tofu the other day for the first time. I know why they call it tofu, because it tastes like toast. When you spit it out, you go foo. Oh. I was thinking about the Garden of Eden. Beyond the Garden of Eden, nobody knew what was out there. Like the first peach was an excellent experience for somebody, but the first jalapeno pepper probably shocked somebody. You can imagine as Moses took a bite of the jalapeno pepper. God, why did you put the fire of hell in my mouth? Sorry, Moses, I forgot to tell you not to eat from the burning bush. Not till I create Thai or Mexican food. Oh man, I love the Mexican people, especially the uninsured Mexican motorist. I hit a guy the other day. This guy had no insurance. I hit him. I gave him $100. He fixed both our cars before the cops even got there.
Hey guys, welcome to Comedy Time, the premier comedy destination. My name is Zoltan, and yes, this is how I pay my rent. Same with this next comic.
I really love rap music, and the other day I was Googling the real names of rappers. And it's fascinating because obviously they all have stage names and then just some real person's real name. Like Snoop Dogg's real name is Calvin Brodus. I don't know if you guys know that. My favorite rapper, Jay-Z, his real name is Sean Carter. But the most interesting is Andre 3000 from Outkast. His real name is Peter 3000. A lot of people will say, I wish I was younger knowing everything I know now. You know, like I wish I was 16 knowing what I know now. And I think that would be cool, but I think what would be even cooler would be the opposite, you know? Like I'd rather be older and only know what I knew when I was younger. Like I'd love to be 80 and only know what I knew when I was 16, and I would just be a stupid idiot. Everybody would be, what's wrong with this guy? He's such a stupid idiot. Like people would be like, hey, old man Desai, what do you think about what's going on in Congress? And I'd be like, what do I think of Congress? I think Congress is gay, dude. That's what I think. I don't care what those jerks are up to. Who wants to give me a ride to Wendy's? A lot of people like to, a lot of people like to bag on rich guys. You know, people hate rich guys. Oh, I hate rich guys, they're the worst. And I understand where that comes from, but in rich guys' defense, you gotta admit, they donated a lot of money to public good. Like some of our finest universities were founded by rich guys. Like the shipping tycoon, Commodore Vanderbilt, he founded Vanderbilt University, and the railroad baron, Leland Stanford, of course, founded Stanford University, and the copper mining magnate, Joseph Marshall San Diego State III, founded, I don't remember which one he founded. I love President's Day. I'm really excited for it. And what I love most about it is they always give you those fun facts about presidents, you know? And I got one for you guys. Like, I'm sure you guys all know this. Whenever celebrity couples start dating, the media will combine their names, you know, like Bennifer or Brangelina. Well, they used to do with presidential couples, too. Like, there was Abraham and Mary Lincoln. Abraham and Mary Lincoln, they were known as Abramory. And Warren and Florence Harding were known as Warrens. But probably the most logical and useful one, because their names were so long, were John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy. They were known as Jonqueline F. Bouvenetier. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I love Halloween, can't get enough of it. And a couple years ago for Halloween, I dressed up as one of my heroes, Winston Churchill. And then this past year for Halloween, I was really broke. I didn't have any money. I didn't know what to dress up as. But I read this article that said you can just kind of use an old outfit and reinvent it and go as something new. So last year for Halloween, I just dressed up as slutty Winston Churchill. Went great. I was the head of the party. A couple weeks ago, this friend of mine dragged me to one of those murder mystery dinner theaters. And even though I didn't want to go, I have to admit they really kept me in suspense, because it wasn't until the end of my meal that I had any clue I had wasted $73. Thank you. I actually went to see a nutritionist recently, and she told me to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Now, I hate water, but I love marinara sauce. And it turns out marinara sauce is 25% water. So now I just drink 32 glasses of marinara sauce a day. And it really works, because my body's never felt more rich and hearty.